Hey guys, how's it going? RJ coming at you with another King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online video. And today I'm going to be going into one of my favorite topics. It shouldn't take too long, but it's all about priority and where you're going to grab priority from. And I want to, at the end, do like an introduction into the farm. I've saved up a couple of things here to show you guys. But recently, I entered into a priority war with my buddy Rockstar. Right now, he's beaten me down. He's sitting at 41,023, and I'm lagging behind a little bit at 40,918. So I've got to make up a 100-point gap. I had a 100-point gap on him, and he just brought the pain. I mean, and it is extremely difficult to win first place against him without the priority. So I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. You know, over here, first thing, you know, when you're collecting fighters, just very quickly, when you complete a row, you get like a bonus 200 priority, plus the priority for actually activating the fighter. So if I got, you know, nameless, it would give me a bonus 230 priority. But what my suggestion is again equal leveling. I try to keep all of my guys fairly equal leveled until somebody, like in this row, Clark, he's hit orange. And so I switched over to Leona to get her up to orange, and then when she gets to orange, I'll switch back to Ralph, bring him up to orange, and then switch it up again. And I mean, at the lower tiers, you know, you can bring everybody up to green, and then bring everybody up to blue, because when you hit that like green to blue or blue to purple, it gives you a bonus 10 priority every time you go up like that. So to get the maximum amount of priority out of a row of fighters, you know, you should spread it out. The only place where that differs, and I've gone into this before, but I just want to show it again, is with people that are on your main team. A good example is my Nesquil. He's at 796 priority, and the whole reason I say stack your main team with food is because of these buffs. They do get the buffs from the food. But other than your main team, spread it out and, you know, see what you can do. But that's about it for this screen. But the one other fun trick I like to have, I'll get to this stuff in a minute, is all the way down here. I mean, I've got everybody at minimum of purple +2, and the reason I do that is every time you level up a fighter through a promotion level, they get a bonus 5 priority. So, you know, if you've got a whole bunch of fighters sitting there at gray and you've never touched them, you should level them up and use some of your, you know, lower tier materials to raise them up, because it does give, you know, if you've got 5 fighters that are gray, it will give a pretty significant priority boost. The other thing you want to watch out for, if you've been playing for a while and you don't check this very often, just scroll down your list and check your evolves. Because every time you evolve up, it's going to give you 20 or 25 priority, depending on the star level. But you know, if you've got 5 or 6 guys, or even 1 or 2 guys that are sitting there, you know, waiting to be evolved, you should spend the gold on it, because it's definitely worth it. And the other thing is to look for fighters that you know you can collect through different modes. You know, like Chris here, I think you can get his fragments in Loot Battle. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea if I have extra Loot Battle points to grab some of his fragments to try to get him all the way to 7 stars. You know, even like Mr. Big, he's an Ultimate Battle. I mean, you know, to get an extra 26 frags for an extra 20, 25 priority, it's worth it, you know. So that's a way that you can kind of work on building up priority, and then, you know, promoting. I ran out of Frost Pulse, yeah, Frost Pulse gems, just because I've been promoting guys up, and it does eat a lot of enhanced potions once you get up to around the purple range. So definitely keep an eye on your enhanced potions. But the fun guys to level up are actually the All-Stars team, because everything about them, it's just a little bit of free priority, but everything about them is lower to promote, you know what I mean? So are these all 420? Yeah, 420. So, you know, you promote your guy up, and it's like, bang, 5 priority, just like that. You know what I mean? So it's a really fun way to get priority. But, you know, also watch for the fighters that you don't have. If their fragments come up, you know, in different modes or whatever. Obviously, these are bosses, they're not. But, you know, if you do, you know, watch Clone Battle. Because we're given like a lot of free frags, especially lately for Haomaru. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we've been given a lot of free frags. I've never bought any. These are all from free. So, I mean, if you got Clone Battle tickets and he starts popping up, I might start doing it. But today I was actually at 96 of 100 for Krauser, right? And so I just wanted to show you guys. Me taking the lead in the priority war. You know, so I'm going to unlock Krauser in just a second, but I just, again, want to show how much priority I'm going to get just from unlocking this one guy, because I have Geese, I have Mr. Big, Krauser will complete the row. I'm at 40,923, so let's see if the 230 thing comes true, because that'll take it to 1,000, 1,100, so it should look like 41,153 if the 230 thing's right, if I was doing math right too, who knows. So let's recruit him. Woo! Okay, we got our Krauser. Don't really care about the fates and stuff like that, but there he is. And so now, you know, we can check out our Hall of Fame. And yeah, absolutely, it gave us exactly 230 priority for that last guy, 200 for the row, and 30 for unlocking him. And then, you know, the great thing about getting the new guys, where is he now? Because he's gray, you know what I mean? He's going to show up and he's going to be gray. So, I mean, you know, I can very quickly quick upgrade him. Usually about level 63 is a good one. That'll usually let you take them up to purple +2. Doesn't eat many, you know, soda cans, because it's kind of a low level. And then, you know, you can quick promote him up. Oh, sure, purple +1, that's great. But you'll see, you know, I think that was 30. So, you know, I should be up a little bit more priority now. Yeah, just going from gray to purple gave me a +40 priority right there. And then, you know, the great thing when you unlock fighters is these guys start off at gray. And I mean, I don't really have a lot of food for him yet. I'm going to get to that in a second when I show you guys some farm action. But I'm definitely going to want to save that for him there, because, you know, these guys, they've already gotten a bit of food. And when you're shooting up from a gray, this goes up really, really fast, you know. So that's kind of it for priority. But you mean, you know, the other thing that's a good thing to do is this bar draw times 10. Eventually they're going to throw out bar draw times 100, which makes this process go way, way, way faster. But for every bar draw 10, you usually get 3 fighter fragments, or two or 3 fighter fragments, but you also get a ton of enhanced potions. This is actually a great place to get enhanced potions, if you're wondering. But the other thing is you get a lot of food. You know what I mean? So if you've got a whole bunch of gold sitting around, that wasn't as good, you know. but every pull's different, and you can get 10 or 20 enhanced potions from some of these things. But there's some purple food, and there's some more purple, blue, green. I mean, this is a wonderful way to get food if you've got some gold to burn. And honestly, it's a great investment. I mean, I think I've probably pumped about 500 million gold maybe over the course of my 600 plus days of playing into this sort of a thing. Just to try to get a priority advantage. But see, there was like a really good enhanced potion one. I'm out of gold now. I only had 1.2 million, but I just want to show you guys, it is a good place to get food. And also, if you're missing a lot of these other fighters, or if you just even want to try to star them up, if you're not there yet with all the old guys 7-starred, bar draw 10, man. It is worth pumping gold into, because it's going to raise your priority. It's going to get you extra fighter fragments to allow you to unlock a lot of these fighters. The low tier, there's some API 13s and API 12s in there. And it'll also let you start evolving some of the other characters that you can't really get the fragments anywhere, and you really don't want to be, pulling any time on this, on the, fighter to pull fighters. No. It is just for gold, bar draw 10. It's a really good thing to invest some gold into. So I think that's about it for the ways you can really pump out priority. And I mean, something that I sometimes do if I'm in a priority war like I am, is I'll take out a loan against a character's skills through rebirthing. And that's if I really need to come up with some priority quickly. You can take one of your fighters from your second team. It kind of sucks to do, but if I really wanted to, I could just instantly get, hey, 45 million gold right here. That could come in useful if, I'm really fighting somebody for priority and I want my arena rank more than I want my cross-server arena rank, right? Because arena is going to be giving you diamonds every day, whereas cross-server, it's not giving you diamonds. You're going to get some power frag, sure, and stuff like that, but you're not really often getting many diamonds or anything out of that mode. So that's why I personally focus so much on arena, because that is a source of income for me, and that's something I like. So moving on, I just wanted to go into town and explain a couple of wonky things. I was really late starting my town because I was like, this is Farmville, this isn't my game, what the heck, screw this, I don't want to do it, Sorry, it's coffee time too. But, the one thing I found, I'm almost there. This is only 2 weeks of work. But the thing I found was this experience bar wasn't going up when I was picking my plants. And it angered me to the point I just threw the mode away, because I thought the only way to get experience was through using the water, kill worm, and shovel 5 at a time. And you can go into your friends list. This is your friends list / club list, and going into their stuff, and you can kind of power level the early stages of your farm by taking care of their crops for them, right? I don't have any on me now, and I don't want to do that anymore, because doing this thing, taking care of other people's crops, is kind of a bad idea, other than getting to like maybe level 3 of your farm, because it's going to eat your very basic of resources, which sucks. But the other thing, because a lot of people don't realize, they're like, well, they don't give me any more than 10 of each of these when I start. If you go into your workshop factory item, right, factory, this isn't a factory, it's a farm. Besides the point, this is where your stuff is, so I only make 10 at a time because it eats these resources. I had 200,000 of each of those resources before I started my farm, and then I was trying to power level it, and I was making 200 of these things each at a time, and I burnt through them in a couple of days. Sure, I got a couple levels on my farm, but I wasn't really understanding like why, you know. And so there's a trick to getting EXP out of this. So I just want to show you guys the steps that I go through where I finally figured it out. And thanks to Karth again, because he was the one that was adamant to me in the Discord that like, yeah, dude, your crops give you experience. And it's like, I'm not seeing it. And I don't want to argue with him because he knows what he's doing. But it was like, I'm not seeing it. You know what I mean? Because watch, I pick a plant, 69,400, right? I'll just pick a whole bunch of them. 69,400. It's not going anywhere, right? So let me just collect these potatoes real quick, and then I'll show you. So you collect your potatoes, and then you throw a few more in, you know, and it's still 69,400. But once you leave that screen, you go back in, you take care of a couple things, 79,115. Don't tell me that clicking those 3 buttons just gave me over 1,000 experience. It didn't. They only gave me 5 apiece. But each one of those potato plants were worth an amount of experience that doesn't graphically show up until you exit, go back in, and I found you have to actually water your plants or take care of the weeds. You know, because once you originally plant everything here, I just want to show you guys what happens. Once you've planted all your stuff and you back out and you go back in, all of a sudden it's like, oh, my crops are fine. And you can leave this here for half an hour, nothing will change. But when you go out and you go back in, oh my God, what happened to my crops? Even this guy up here, you know, I already did him. But because I've put more crops in, I don't know how this system works. I don't get it, you know. But there it is. You know, it's really weird how the experience racks up in this mode. You know, but the profits are just off the chart. I mean, here's 60 boxes just from the crops I grabbed. And there's going to be even more. And if you notice down here, it's only a 5-minute timer. Down here on the potatoes, it's like a 20-minute timer, or 18 minutes or something. It's really easy to get these things. The other thing that I just want to mention about the farm, I'll have to give the shout out to Ryother from Server 2 for doing the math on this. But potatoes are the absolute best thing to farm. Do not ever do corn. The reason being, corn takes 12 hours to pop up. So in a 24-hour period, you can only collect 2 things worth of corn, and that's if you're like right on it. I should probably just pull up the chart really quick to give you guys a visual representation of what's going on here. Yeah, here. He did the calculation on this. Is this going to open? Open. Okay, Excel, yeah. Come on now. Right, here it is here. And thank you so much, Ryother, because, you know, I didn't want to have to do this math. I am so happy somebody else did it. Over here in purple, we have corn. You know, basically, you know, you can daily harvest 1,080 corns, whereas you can daily harvest 1,890 potatoes. And what this math all translates down to is that with corn, your total food experience for the day, the amount of experience all your boxes that you can get will give you, is 1,500. Like that's whatever. I'll explain it when I get back into the game. But with potatoes, your total food experience is over double. It's 3,600 a day. So you are earning double the amount of priority, more than double the amount of priority, by using potatoes instead of the higher tiered corn. It makes no sense. The developers are just noob trapping everybody with this corn thing. But if you can get your potatoes every 8 hours, 3 times a day, you'll get 3,600 food experience. You might have to set an alarm or something, but really, how bad do you want that priority? Are you in a war? If you're in a war with other people, you want your potatoes, and you want them every 8 hours. So if you can't beat the whales with money, you gotta beat them with time, right? So that's what that is there. I don't need this anymore. So that's about it. Use potatoes. You know, I showed you guys the thing for getting the experience, because what I did, they give you 200 of those boxes of these speed up fertilizers, and I just sat here with one plant, like speeding it up, picking it, speeding it up, picking it, speeding up, picking it. My experience went nowhere. For real, I gained 0 experience from doing that. If you're just using speed ups, picking your plants, staying on this screen, replanting, and then using more speed ups, you're gonna get 0 effing GD experience. And it really sucks learning that after the fact. So I'm the guinea pig. I went through that myself. It sucks. But make sure when you pick your plants, replant whatever you want, you know, back out of the screen, go back in, and, you know, fix up a couple things, and you'll have your full experience. You know what I mean? You don't have to fix everything. Just fix a couple, and then click, and you'll see, oh wow, I have experience now. So it's a little tricky, but again, you know, these boxes, they come back so quick. Just in the time I was talking, this one box has refreshed. So I want to grab this box. Boom. Oh, I don't have enough potatoes. If it says did not find item, means you're out of the item. But, you know, these boxes, I haven't used them all day, and this is just from today. You know what I mean? That's a crazy amount of boxes. I mean, if we were having to spend diamonds for this, it would just destroy you. But this is all free. You know, they gave us this system, and it looks like Farmville. It seems so stupid, but what do you want? You know, but there, Krauser now has all the food he wants. You know, boom, he's up to... He wants more food. But the point is, you know, your priority can shoot up really fast. Right? I was at 40,900 something. Just in this video, I've gone up 300 priority. Granted, one of them was from a free character that I had unlocked. But, you know, I bet my buddy Rockstar is going to think, oh, I'm in charge here with his 41,023 there. He was like a full 100 ahead of me. And I've just kind of trumped it by going 200... Yeah, 200 plus above him. So we'll see if I don't think I'll be doing an update on the priority war, but you know, you guys will see in future videos. You know, because I think I'll be fighting Rockstar quite a lot. So good luck on your own priority war. It is an endless quest for priority. You can never give up on it. Never stop, never stopping. And I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.